Okay, and so today on circles, we're going to look at the last part of the topic around the equation of a circle, so part 3, and it looks at equations of different forms. Okay, so up to now, we have been used to having equations of this form here, where we can see very clearly our centre and our radius. So we might have had something like this up to now, x plus 4 all to be squared plus y minus 1 all to be squared is equal to 25. And so straight away I could write down that the centre of that circle is, well, minus h, so minus 4. Minus k is equal to minus 1, so k is equal to 1. And our radius would be the square root of 25, which is 5. Okay, so just like we've had when we've looked at coordinate geometry of the line, there is also different ways to represent this. So for example, if we expand out these brackets here, that would give us an equation of a different format. It would give us something like x squared minus 2hx plus h squared plus y squared minus 2kx or 2ky plus k squared is equal to r squared. And so we have another formula in our log tables which is going to help us when we get equations of a different format. Okay, and so here we have that other format. So we can see we've x squared and y squared, a number here, or a coefficient with an x, a coefficient with a y, and a constant on its own. And so basically here, when we have that, and it says this in our log table as well, the centre in a format like this is minus g minus f, and the radius is the square root of g squared plus f squared, take away c, our constant. Okay, so let's look at finding the centre and radius length of a circle when we're given an equation such as that. Okay, so here in this question here, we're asked to find the centre and the radius length of the circle x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y minus 12 equal to 0. So very quickly we can see, well, so this is going to be 2gx here, and this is 2fy, and this is c. So here, very quickly, all I can do is say, well, 2gx is equal to minus 4x. In a way, it's like terms together. The x's cancel, and so g is going to be equal to that divided by 2, so it's minus 2. And here we have 2fy is equal to minus 6y. Again, our y's cancel here. And so f is equal to, well, minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3. And so our centre then is minus g or minus f. So our centre is, well, minus 2, which is 2, and minus 3, which is 3. So basically the very quick version of what I've done here, halved the coefficient of x and changed its sign, halved the coefficient of y and changed its sign. Okay, so make sure and let's get that written down. And then so to work out the radius, all we have very simply is r is equal to the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. And again, this is on page 19 of your log tables. So it's the square root of minus 2 to be squared plus minus 3 to be squared minus 12. So r is equal to 4 plus 9 is 13 plus 12 is the square root of 25. So our radius r is equal to 5. Okay, and so the very last bit then that we can do here, if we don't have to in this case, but just if we wanted to, we could rewrite it in the old way to check if we're right. So we'd have x minus 2 to be squared plus y minus 3 to be squared is equal to 5 squared, which is 25. Now, if we expand out these brackets here, or this equation, we should get the same answer here. So we'd have x squared minus 4x, so we're good there, plus 4, plus y squared minus 6y, perfect, plus 9 is equal to 25. So 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 minus 25 is minus 12. So we would be correct. Okay, but all we were asked to in this case was to write down the centre and the radius using this method here. So make sure all we do, generally if we get it of that form, having the coefficient of x, y and changing the sign. Okay, let's do one more of this. Okay, so here what's the easiest thing to do? Well, a circle has a centre here and radius length of that, find it in this form here. Well, sure, obviously the easiest thing is to just rewrite it in the old method and expand out the brackets. So that will give us x minus 4 all to be squared plus y minus minus 2 is y plus 2 all to be squared equal to 5 squared, which is 25. So here we have x squared minus 4x is minus 8x plus 16 plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 plus 4 and then equals, so 5 squared is 25, we'll bring that across so it becomes minus 25 equal to 0. And now let's just tidy it up in the form that we want. So the hierarchy of powers first, I suppose. X squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y. And now here we have 16 plus 4 is 20. Minus 25 gives us minus 5 equal to 0. And that's our equation written in the required form. Okay, so make sure we get all these notes written into your copy.